Hello.
Hiya, how are you?
Not too bad.
Good. So how do you feel today for your lesson?
Yeah, good, yeah.
Good. So can you remember what you did last lesson?
We've done the drive forward into Obey, didn't we?
Yeah.
As my test is booked for the after the December date.
After the new test. Okay, good. So, and how did you feel that went?
Yeah, I enjoyed it, yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Did you give it a level? What did we decide?
By the time we finished I gave it an 8, didn't I?
Which is excellent, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's very good.
Yeah.
So how do you feel that you want to do today with the lesson? Where would you like the lesson to go today?
I think you said we were going to do that exercise where you pull over to the right,
Okay.
stop and then drive on again.
Okay. And reverse back when we pull over to the right.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yes.
Yeah?
You happy with that?
Yeah.
So what elements of the bay parking come into connect from the bay parking into this manoeuvre?
I suppose the reverse bit.
The reverse bit connects, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And what's the other thing you have to do at all times?
Observation.
Effective observations, yes, good. Okay, so should we give that a go?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you want to set yourself up. And then before we do that first.
Sorry?
No, that's okay. So before we go anything, so
Yeah.
who's responsible for everything in the car, Tony?
Responsible? What, for your handbag?
No, for us as people. Who's responsible for everyone being safe in the car?
Oh, safe. I am.
And what about everything outside the car?
I am.
You are, okay, good. So, Tony, how much help do you want from me
On what?
for this, what we're going to do today, the manoeuvre?
Oh, that pull over to the right?
Yeah.
Oh, I reckon I can do that on my own.
You reckon you can do that on your
Yeah.
own? Okay, so we give that a go, but I just want you to be aware that if something happens that I feel that you're not responding to keep us safe, everything is keep us in charge of our safety or anybody outside the car, that I will ask you to stop or if necessary use the pedal.
Alright.
Okay?
Yeah.
Good, well done.
Working all day today?
No, this is my last lesson today. So I'm having a half a day today.
Rolling the money in. And turning left.
And we're going to turn left. Well done. Good mirrors. So which way should you be looking, Tony, as we turn?
Oh, sorry, that way.
Good. Okay, what have you got to remember when you're turning the vehicle?
Sorry?
So what do you need to remember? So if you're looking to the right, what's your vehicle going to start to do? If you keep only
Turn
looking
the
to the
corner.
right.
And turning left.
So we're going to take the next left. So you've got to remember that your hands will go where your eyes can see. So if you're looking to the right, turn left, look to the left, your hands will go to the right. So you need to look where you're going, don't you? So you do your observations, and then I want you to keep looking around to the left as you turn the corner.
Stop.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure how to work that one.
Did you ask me what's the danger of
Looking in the wrong direction.
No, you didn't, did you?
No, I didn't. I
And
just
then-
asked you to look left.
Did you give me a prompt on the next one?
No.
No, you didn't, did you? Huh?
No.
Let's see if you can correct that.
Okay.
Right, back to being your pupil again, yeah?
Yeah.
And drive on?
So, yes? Good. So what's the dangers of not looking round to the left when you're turning left, Tony?
Oh, I suppose somebody could be crossing the road.
Someone could be crossing and you'd have no idea they were there, could you? So,
And turning left.
we're going to turn left at the end, Tony. So remember which directions you're going to look, Tony. And what do you have to check on your mirrors?
Sorry? I did check my mirrors.
Did you check your left door mirror? So which way should you be looking?
Oh, yeah, that direction.
That's it.
Just trying to remember more.
So why do you need to look in that
Oh,
direction?
yeah, somebody could be crossing the road or
Someone
traffic
could be
have
crossing,
stopped.
couldn't they? Okay.
Turning left.
So we're going to turn left. Good, that's good mirrors, well done. And which way do you need to look, Tony?
Direction
So which way do you need to look, Tony, as you turn?
Direction of steering. I think I've got that now.
Pardon?
I think I've got that now.
You've got that now, so do you think I can leave that with you then, Tony? Okay, good.
Get me to stop on the left.
So if you just like to pull in and stop on the left, please, Tony.
That's a vehicle down there on the right hand side.
Mm-hmm.
Use that one.
So, if you look down the road, can you see the black vehicle on the right hand side? Or navy blue?
Yeah.
Yes. So that's the vehicle that we're going to use. So you're going to use your POM routine. So what's your POM routine? As we pull away from here. And we're going to pull over when it's safe to do so.
I've been following the way really well, haven't I?
So you have been following it really well. So I want you to go down the road, and when you think it's safe to do so, I want you to pull in onto the right behind that car. And then I want you to reverse back the space of 2 cars. And then when you think it's safe to do so, I want you to pull away again and come back onto your side of the road.
To drive.
We're not going to stop. We're not going to park, so yes, that's fine.
Far enough?
That's plenty far enough.
Okay.
Stop there, Tony. So which way are we pulling out?
Oh shit, we're right trying to far pull away.
Yeah, but that's the curbside. So which way are we pulling into the road? So that's because you're used to being on the left-hand side. Which way are we going into the road now, Tony?
Oh my god, that one.
We're going that way. So which shoulder is...
you have to change your blind spot.
You have to change your blind spot, don't you? Because the cars are going to be coming this way now. And is it a good idea to just pull straight out? Can you see?
I was going to creep out.
Good, okay. So
I was
fine.
just checking my blind spot first.
You were just checking your blind spot. Okay, good. So you need to check the correct blind spot, okay?
Oh, yes.
So can you pull over on the left, please, Tony? And stop.
Stop.
When you have the same place. Oh, God's sake. So I want you to
Oh, you confused me there. I thought you asked me to find a safe place
I
to
just
stop.
want you to find a place to stop, yeah.
Yeah, I was going
Okay,
to.
fine.
Then you said stop.
I did say stop.
I thought we were doing an emergency.
No, we weren't doing an emergency. Did I hold my hand up?
Sorry?
Did I hold my hand up for an emergency?
No, you said stop that, didn't you?
I did say stop.
Yeah.
So when you're coming out of that position on the parallel park on the other side of the road,
Yep.
opposite side of the road, so you checked over your blind spots, which was excellent, but then when you were creeping out, what should you do then with your observations?
I was.
You were looking, creeping out, looking down there, but what about again over your left-hand shoulder, just before you come out?
Oh, I thought I looked quite well.
So 90% of the observations were excellent. It was just the last one, as you pulled out, a quick check again over your left shoulder in case there's someone coming down this side of the road quickly.
Should we try another one?
So should we try another one?
So you're checking the right blind spot then.
I know. So we're going to pull... No, we're not. Just
Telling you that.
So we're going to turn left at the end. Good mirrors, well done, Tony. That's much better, well done.
Sorry?
So we're going to turn left at the end?
driving test. What's the rule?
If you don't say anything, you go straight on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get your pupils used to that, yeah?
Yeah. Okay. So if you just like to stop on the left at the same place, Tony.
I'll try again.
Yes. So, Tony, we're going to try that exercise again. So, do you see the silver car on the right-hand side there?
I do, yeah.
So that's the car we're going to use.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
So, what do we have to do this exercise?
Pull over to the right, stop, reverse back,
Yes.
check all around me and pull away.
Check right. And what's the most important observation to check last as you pull away?
The direction I'm going, really.
In the direction you're going. And over that left shoulder, isn't it?
Yeah, I thought I did on the last one.
Okay.
I think I need to see. It's okay to block the drive, yeah?
Yes, because we're not going to actually park, are we? We're just staying here for a few minutes. That's much better. Well done. So remember not to go too fast.
Fast. Couldn't look any better than that.
So when you pull out there, shouldn't you just do a last check over your shoulder?
I did.
No, as you come out of the turning.
Sorry?
As you physically come out, you did it before you pulled out. Shouldn't you do it again as you're
Stop
moving?
on the left.
Am I getting that wrong?
I'm out of roll.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
know.
your pupil. When you pull out of a junction,
Yeah.
yeah, you look back on yourself to make sure that it was clear for you to pull out.
And that sort of turning, I just keep looking because I just want to make sure it's...
No, no.
Should you keep looking at...
Answer my question as I ask it, yeah?
Yeah.
When you're pulling out, emerging out of a junction,
Yeah.
let's say you're turning right out of a junction,
Yeah.
once you've committed yourself to the turn,
Yeah.
do you look back round to the left to make sure that you got it right?
I do.
Yeah?
In case someone's coming.
It's too late then, isn't it?
Well, no, because you can stop before you get too far out.
No, you're not listening to the question. Yeah?
Yeah.
You're emerging out of a junction,
Yeah.
you've committed to the merge, yeah?
So you've got to go.
You've got your car out,
Mhm.
just about taking your steering off, and then you look back to make sure it was okay to pull out.
That's not a very good thing to do, is it?
No.
Okay.
What was wrong with what I done now?
Nothing, but I just myself thinking that as you're coming out and half the car's out, you know it's okay that way. Just have a final check. Someone isn't
did.
racing down the road.
I did.
Did you?
Yeah, I
Okay.
did.
So that's all
Yeah.
I was thinking.
But
That you
once
didn't have a
it-
last.
But once I'm committed to the left side of the road, there ain't no point in looking behind me then, is there?
Well, there is if you're not blocking it.
Eh?
There is if you're not blocking it, because you could still stop if you had to.
No. If I'm already out in the on the left-hand side of the road, back
Yeah,
onto
but when
the
you're
left.
not already out, when you're only half out, can't you do another quick look over? No, you just keep going.
The observations there were very effective.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You think maybe you need to watch me a little bit better?
Well, I thought you were doing loads. I would just personally do that. If I was being the pupil, I'd want them to do another quick look.
There's no good looking back at where you've been.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right then. I think you did do very good
Yeah.
observations.
Yeah. My danger now is where my car's going, isn't it?
Okay. Yes. Obviously.
Can I have a go at this? You know, we run through the tell me, show me questions, and you said last week that I'm going to have to do a show me question on the move,
Mhm.
where they're going to ask me the carry something on the move.
Yes.
Can I have a go at it?
So yes, so what do they like you to? What do you think we would be likely to ask you if we were doing something on the move? What's the sort of questions?
I think wash the windscreen.
So it's wash the windscreen,
Demist the rear window.
demist the rear window as well.
Yeah.
So do you know whether?
Yeah, you showed me before. Yeah.
Okay, so should we give that a go then and
Yeah,
see if you
yeah,
can remember?
yeah. I looked everywhere there, didn't I?
You did look everywhere.
Shall I look again?
Shut up. You looked everywhere. Can I do it now? So while we're going up this road, Tony,
Yeah.
I'd like you to show me how you would demist the rear window, because it's got a bit foggy. Okay, so should we just pull over on the left? Let's just pull over on the left and find a safe place to do so and stop. Okay, good. Okay, now why have I asked you to come over to the left here? Can you think of why, Tony?
I panicked a bit.
You panicked a little bit, so...
Yeah, it's like trying to fly an airplane with all these buttons, isn't it?
So can you remember where the button was? Demist in the back window.
Well, it's easy enough to find it while you're stationary, but not on the move.
Will you show me where it is when it's stationary? Show me which button is the demist in rear
Shape
window.
it. Oh, rear. Is that it?
That's the one, rear.
Alright.
So that's the one that you've got to press.
It's not easy to find on the move, though, is
No,
it?
it's
like
not.
an airplane, isn't it?
So I want you to have a think about this. So when you're driving along, when you change gear, how do you keep the direction of the car going in straight?
I watch where I'm going.
Yes, but when you change gear, your left hand comes off the steering wheel, and you change gear. So
I
how
was
does,
changing gears, looking for the
I'm
button.
asking you a question that's to do with something
Oh,
else. So if you were changing gear,
Yeah.
how do you keep the steering wheel straight?
My right hand.
With your right hand. That's exactly what you've got to do when you press the button to demist the window. So you've got to keep the wheel gripped with your right hand,
I
so
was
you're
looking
steady.
down to find the button.
You were looking, but your hand was going like this, wasn't it? So why does your hand need to go like this?
Because I was looking down here.
But that's not a reason why you need to do your hand up and down. So you need to know where that button is, so a quick glance. So you need to be able to steer where you're going, hold the steering wheel firm with your right hand on a straight line, and then quickly press that button, and then put your left hand back up
I
to the
could kill
steering wheel.
myself there, couldn't I?
You could have killed yourself and me. So how do you think you're going to go about that again? How are you going to find that button?
Is it a better idea to pull over and have a look?
Yeah, like we've done now.
Oh, I know what it is now.
So you know I've done it. So when you pull over, so if you're
I'm
ever in a journey,
I'm sure it was this button last week.
no, not unless you were having a lesson in a different car. Did you go to a different instructor without asking me?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah, cheaper over there.
That's why you don't know where the button is. Okay, so where's that button again?
There.
Now I want you to look out straight out the window. Don't go anywhere. I want you to look out the window, and I want you to imagine you're driving along with your right hand. I want you to quickly glance down. That's it. That's what you do when you're driving along. Okay?
I've done it now, haven't I?
You've done it now. So no, we've got to do it while we're going along.
Oh.
So would you like to demist the window for me? The rear windscreen.
Oh, when it's
one.
safe for me to do it.
When it's safe for you to do it. There you go, look at the difference. Much better. Don't keep looking at it, that's it. Once you've found it, look back up into the road. So we are turning left, I assume.
The car's so complicated nowadays, isn't it?
Okay, so as we turned, so that was all quite complicated, wasn't it? So should we try it again, coming up this road? So when it's safe to do so, Tony, I'd like you to try and...
Yeah, can I try a different one?
Now I'd like you to try and put the windscreen wipers on. Do you remember where they are? So remember to hold the steering wheel firm.
Put them on or to wash the window?
To wash the window.
It's here.
So watch where you steer to. That's it, hold the steering wheel. That was it, good, well done. Okay?
And take the next road.
We'll take the next road on the left, honey. Good girls, well done.
Now we're going to stop on the left.
And we're going to stop on the left when it's safe to do so. Which one first, Tony?
Sorry?
Which do you do first?
Doesn't matter.
Yes, it does matter. Why does it not matter? Why do you think it matters? Obviously, I'm telling you it matters, but I'd like you to think as to why it would matter.
Don't know.
So, when
I kept my foot on the clutch.
you kept your foot on the clutch, did you? What about
Yeah.
the brake pedal?
Yeah, my foot on the brake.
So, okay, but the handbrake will stop the car moving, won't it? It will secure it.
Yeah.
Then when you put your gears into neutral, you can then release your feet.
Yeah.
What are the dangers of not doing the handbrake first?
Don't know.
Well, if you're still in gear and you took your foot off, what's the car likely to do?
I don't understand. I went into neutral first.
And,
Make sure it didn't.
what's that doing?
Make sure it didn't happen.
So make sure it didn't happen.
Then put the handbrake on.
What about coasting? What does coasting mean?
Coast. I'm stopped.
You're stopped. But if you take your foot off the brake when you've stopped and you're in neutral, what is the car likely to do?
It's pointing up a hill. It'll roll back. If it's
It will
pointing
roll
down,
back.
It's rolling forward.
Exactly. So that's why the handbrake goes on first. Okay? So secure the car first and then you can go
Oh,
into
do it that
neutral.
way you showed me on my first couple of lessons.
Yeah. Handbrake
1,
first.
2, and the indicator's on 3.
Okay. 1,
Yeah?
2, 3.
Yeah. I'll get that here. Right, I'll give them a pause.